In order to unite with your twin flame, you will both need to master the 8 divine states of twin flame reunion. However, the good news is, if one twin flame masters these states, then it will also uplift the other twin flame into greater awakening and ascension through the shared energy body. They will mirror your growth. The secret to unite with your twin flame, therefore, is down to your dedication to understanding its state, and here I will do my best to describe its state and why it is important to master. It is a great comfort to realize that the universe has purposely designed these states for maximum soul growth for both twin flames. Times of separation from your twin flame have been pre-planned with your agreement before birth to help you both look deeper inwards and master your self-soul and master overcoming ego illusions. Please do not fear the time of separation from your twin flame. Here are the divine states of the twin flame reunion. Stage 1. Preparation. Many do not consider this a twin flame state, but the preparation before meeting your twin flame is extremely important and pre-planned. This is the time when both twin flames will have a few chronic relationships where emotions are intense, but the Stage 3. Testing. In this stage, the bubble love phase is over, and ego steps in, try to sabotage everything. The ego does not like how the twin flames have been living so much in their love that they forget themselves. Forget ego. The ego fights for attention again and creates a host of doubts and concerns about the validity of this strong institution toward the twin flame. The ego accuses the twins of being irrational and illogical and tries to convince them that the connection is just an illusion and not real. One of those twins begins to realize that this connection goes against traditional relationship rules, and therefore doubt sets in because the ego wants them to keep believing that the 3D is real and not the 5D that they are slowly awakening to. One twin flame often suddenly withdraw and want distance because they are stuck in uncertainty and confusion. Many have doubts that the relationship will last because it feels too good to be true. In this state, one of both twin flames will feel stuck between the head and their heart. They won't know which to follow and which one is real. Stage 4. Crisis. The ego is now in full battle mode. It is trying its hardest to rule over the heart and gain control again. Ego is about separation and individuality. It does not want anything to do with oneness because it wants its own identity and its fear being forgotten. Because deep down it knows that the process of ego death has already begun. We are taught to see ego as our identity when really our soul is our true identity. Therefore, at this stage, an identity crisis begins. Who am I, and what is real are in the twin flame's mind. One of both twin flames will begin to see the other twin flame and the connection as the threat to their safety, because the ego feels in danger of being forgotten. They fear that they are losing themselves because of this connection, and this then leads to the next stage. Stage 5. Running. This state occurs when the ego fears that so intense that they feel stronger than the love and yearning of the twin flame at this time, so they choose fear and both. In this state, the runner's twin flame is trying to recover their old life and go back to normal. This is the ego wanting to be in charge again like it used to be, but at this time around something just doesn't feel quite right, because no matter how hard they try to go back to normal by forgetting their twin flame, they can't. During this stage, runner creates a lot of pain for themselves and for the stayer's twin flame. It's not that they don't love the stayer, it's just their ego is in complete crisis and they cannot see straight. They are lost and confused and just try to get away from everything to regain control and get some clarity. Ego death is very scary because it can truly feel like you are losing yourself and losing your grip on reality. Many people do honestly think they are going crazy, and this made them feel so lonely and scared. They just say the runners to learn to stop trying to control everything through denial, and the status twin flame is supposed to also stop trying to control everything through trying to get that twin flame to come back through force. Stage 6. Surrendering. This is the stage where the twin flames come to the realization that they cannot control this connection. Running will become too difficult because destiny, which wants the twin flame to unite, is far stronger than free will. Eventually, will become too painful for the twin flame to keep running from cells, and the only thing left is to surrender, allow the ego to die, give up control, and allow God's will to unfold. In this stage, the stayer, chaser, twin flame must also surrender by stopping the chase, running from self, and also handing over their control to God. They must stop trying to control their twin flames and the outcome and trust that God knows what is the best and that union will happen through surrender and faith. Both twin flames must actively work on healing themselves in this state, or else they are still running from themselves. Stage 7. Illumination. This is the state where the ego death is complete and the twin flame can see beyond it. Now, they fully embrace their soul through and know that only love and oneness is real. Fears have evaporated and are replaced with love. This allows their soul to come back into alignment without any ego interference. Unconditional love radiates between them. They have shed the illusion and are living in truth. Stage 8. Reunion. The last stage. Once both twin flames have completed the above stages, they harmonize energetically on all levels and they can fully merge and unite. This is the stage where they can remain together. This is the stage where they can remain together without fears and live in liveful love. Now they can begin working on their mission together to help illuminate other twin flames, then bring light to the world.